Federal government welcomes Google restriction on loan applicants' privacy policy employed by the most loan apps. JAMB announces new date for the commencement of the 2023 UTME. Thousands of protesters join mass anti-government rally outside the Georgian parliament. And in sports, Spain's RAHM wins 2023 Masters, beating Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson at Augusta National. You're watching Malachite TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Morno Balagubu. Thanks for joining us. The Nigerian government has welcomed Google's restriction on loan applications from accessing their users' contacts and photographs from May 31, 2023. The government said the move showed that the tech giant was already institutionalizing its consumer privacy policy. Some of the loan apps in Nigeria have resorted to unethical, obnoxious, and unscrupulously exploitative practices in the industry. This has led to a lot of Nigerians going into depression after seriously being embarrassed on social media and even calls to their family members or friends. It will be recalled that the federal government in recent times took some decisions which are aimed at tackling the violation of customers' privacy by loan apps. Notably, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, had recently registered 117 loan apps out of the 200 operating in the country. And Google, in its April 2023 policy updates, Google said the new policy update would provide respite for loan app users in Nigeria and other places that have become accustomed to crude loan retrieval methods employed by most loan apps. According to Google, only digital money lenders that have adhered to and completed the limited interim regulatory registration framework and guidelines for digital lending 2022, as may be amended from time to time by the FCCPC, and obtained a verifiable approval letter from the Commission will be allowed on Play Store in Nigeria. Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello has rejoiced with the Christian faithful on the occasion of the 2023 Easter celebration. Bello, who spoke in a special message on Friday through a press statement signed by his Chief Press Secretary Onogu Mohammed, congratulated the Christian faithful for the successful completion of the Lent season, which he noted was much needed self-denial to pray for the peace of the country and wisdom for the leaders. While urging Nigerians to remain hopeful about the nation's progress, Bello said Easter also signifies the celebration of the defeat of death and the hope for salvation. The governor added that just as the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ signified hope for mankind, there must be a renewal of hope for our nation in the season of great challenges. He urged Christians to reflect on critical issues affecting the nation and to continue seeking the face of God Almighty for the country so that security, unity and peace will prevail in the overall national interests. Governor Bello, who noted that the 2023 general elections, which will usher in new breeds of leaders across the country by May 29th, represents a watershed for Nigeria, insisting that all citizens must also commit themselves to pray for the smooth transmission of government, growth and prosperity of the country, while also assuring the Christian faithfuls in the state of the state's commitments to security. He added that operatives and other collaborating agencies are working together around the clock to checkmate crime and secure the lives and properties of citizens. Governor Bello urged all Christians who observe the season to find strength and solace in the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. The Catholic Bishop of Sokoto, Most Reverend Matthew Kuka, has urged the incoming government to keep Nigerians alive before embarking on fulfilling electoral promises. Kuka stated this in his Easter message on Sunday. The bishop noted that while the country is preparing for the next administration, the pressing need for the incoming president, Bola Tinubu, should be to address the core issues facing the nation. He expressed hope that the next government would recognize that Nigeria's most urgent task is not the mere construction of physical infrastructure, but rather the establishment of a strong foundation of social justice, equality, respect for human rights. Kuka noted that infrastructure, or the usual cheap talk about dividends of democracy, is important, but the most urgent task facing our nation is to first keep us alive, because only the living can enjoy infrastructure. However, the bishop commended the President, Muhammadu Buhari, for recognizing that his criticisms of the current administration were a desire to see Nigeria reach and achieve its dreams. Kuka also emphasized the critical role that the judiciary plays in shaping the future of Nigeria. He noted that Nigerians are looking up to them to reclaim their trust in them as the interpreters of the spirit of our laws. The future of Nigeria is in your hands, he said. Addressing the Nigerian youths, he saluted their energy and courage, saying that they fought a good fight across party lines and that their engagement and involvement substantially changed the contours of Nigeria's politics and that things will never be the same again. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Al-Kali Baba, has ordered the posting redeployment of Assistant Inspectors General of Police, AIGS, to departments, commands and formations in line with his manpower development policy of fitting the right persons into appropriate roles. Meanwhile, AIG Mohammed Ali Ari, formerly the CP of Delta State, is to resume as AIG Zone 2, Lagos, while AIG Frank Mba, a former police spokesman, is to resume at the Apex Investigation Office of the Police Force CID Annex, Alagbon, where he will supervise investigative activities in the entire Southwest. The IGP charged all newly posted and redeployed officers to put their best forward in ensuring that the activities of their new commands, formations, departments align with the police reform mandate. The Joint Admissions Matriculation Board has announced a new date for the commencement of the 2023 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examinations. The board disclosed this in a statement signed by its Head of Public Affairs and Protocol, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, in Abuja on Sunday. Benjamin said the UTME, which was earlier scheduled to commence on 29th of April, would now start in April 25th, 2023. He also said the board would hold its rescheduled mock UTME on 18th of April 2023. He said candidates who were present and screened for the examination but could not sit for it had been rescheduled to retake the mock examination on April 18th. Benjamin therefore said the result of the candidates who successfully took the mock examination on March 30th had been released. He said the adjustment in the date of the UTME was to accommodate some other major and critical national assignments. He said the board would continue to partner with relevant agencies of government to ensure that its candidates got the best. He said the board also solicited the understanding of all as it is delivered on its critical mandate. We'll now go on a short break. We'll be right back. Do stay with us.
Malachi TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Glad to have you back. Texas Republican governor has said he is seeking a pardon for an Uber driver convicted of a murder for shooting a protester during a Black Lives Matter rally in 2020. Governor Greg Abbott said Saturday he had asked the state's Board of Pardons and Paroles to recommend a pardon for Daniel Perry, who was convicted after an 8-day jury trial of killing protester Garrett Foster. Perry, a U.S. Army sergeant and part-time ride-hailing service driver, has said he was driving through capital city Austin when he turned into a street full of demonstrators protesting in the wake of the police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Police said Perry honked at the protesters and drove into the crowd trying to get through. Foster, a 28-year-old white man, was legally carrying an AK-47 rifle. The jury heard conflicting testimony as to whether Foster pointed the gun, but Perry, who is also white, said he feared for his life and opened fire with a handgun he was legally carrying. Perry's lawmakers said the state stand your ground law justified his action. Abbott agreed. The Texas Republican Party had urged Abbott to issue a pardon, something he did twice last year and 8 times in 2021, all for lower-level offenses, the Texas Tribune reports. While Texas Republicans praised Abbott's decision, a Democratic state legislator, Sarah Echtert, called it a stunning and dangerous abrogation of the rule of law that will embolden more armed confrontations and inevitable tragedies. China said it was simulating seal of Taiwan in a third day of drills as it appeared to use an aircraft carrier to launch jets towards the island. Taiwan said it had detected jets to its east, while China said its Shandong aircraft carrier had taken part. Beijing began the exercises on Saturday after Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen went the U.S. House Speaker in California. So far, however, the drills are not as big as those that followed Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taipei last August. Taiwan considers itself a sovereign state, and China sees it as a breakaway province that will eventually be brought under Beijing's control by force if necessary. On Monday, Taiwan said it had spotted another 70 warplanes and 11 ships in surrounding waters. A map of flight paths released by Taiwan's Defense Ministry showed 4 J-15 fighter jets to the island's east, suggesting that Chinese military is for the first time simulating strikes for the east rather than the west, where China's main lies. The Chinese military confirmed on Monday in a statement that Shandong had participated in Monday's exercises. It said fighter planes loaded with live ammunition had carried out multiple waves of simulated strikes on important targets. Also on Monday, the United States sent the USS Milius, a guided missile destroyer, through part of the South China Sea, about 1,300 kilometers south of Taiwan. The U.S. said it was a freedom of navigation operation through international waters. China said the ship had illegally intruded into its waters. Thousands of protesters rallied outside Georgian parliament on Sunday amid mounting opposition to the country's government. Critics accused the ruling Georgian Dream Party of being under the sway of Russia and of backsliding on democracy. The government has been accused of jailing political opponents and silencing independent media. The rally was organized by the main opposition party in support of jailed former President Mikhail Saakashvili, who served 2 terms as president between 2004 and 2013, is currently serving a 6-year jail term for the abuse of power, although international rights groups have condemned his conviction as politically motivated. On Sunday, demonstrators outside the parliament building in capital Tbilisi waved Georgian, Ukrainian and European Union flags and held a huge banner that read, "For a European Future." Public opinion in Georgia is overwhelmingly pro-EU, and the government says it remains committed to the country's bid to join the bloc. But opponents say its actions are harming Georgia's chances of gaining membership. And now to sports news. Jonah Malik is standing by for all of the details. We'll be right back.
And on sports update, Spain John RAHM kept a nerve. And on sports update, Spain John RAHM kept his nerves and patience to win a first Masters, swinging an exciting final day in his favor from American Brooks Koepka. RAHM's 28 carded the 3 under 69 to finish on 12 under and win by 4 shots as Koepka, who led by 2 going into the final round, signed for a 7-5. Koepka ended joint second with veteran Phil Mickelson, who shot a stunning 7 under 65 to finish 8 under. Former champion Jordan Spieth and Patrick Reed were a shot further back. Defending champion Scottie Scheffler finished in a group on 4 under, along with England US Open champions Matt Fitzpatrick, who was the highest finisher from Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Meanwhile, 5-time champion Tiger Woods withdrew from the Masters because of injury hours before the resumption of the 3rd round on Sunday. The 47-year-old was 6 over par after 7 holes of his 3rd round before heavy rain stopped play on Saturday. Wood had earlier battled to go beyond the halfway stage, equaling the record set by great player and Fred Couples of 23 consecutive cuts made. Still on sports, Roberto Firmino scores late equalizer for Liverpool against Arsenal at Anfield. Arsenal's duo of Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus gave Gunners early lead before Mohamed Salah scored late in the first half to give revival to the Reds, who also missed a penalty. Arsenal were looking good to pocket the maximum points when Roberto Firmino headed in the equalizer 2-2 at full time. In the other match on Sunday, Crystal Palace make huge statement with 5-goal win at Leeds. Leeds had taken an early lead, but Crystal Palace staged a remarkable second-half turnaround to give a significant boost to their Premier League survival hope and leave stunned Leeds with plenty of work to do in their own bid to avoid relegation. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to AUGUSTA for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah, for that update. A former judge of the International Court of Justice, Hague, Netherlands, Prince Bola Ajibola, died at 89. Ajibola, the founder of the Crescent University at APPLICANT'S, died on Saturday midnight after a long-time illness as a result of old age. The eldest child of the late jurist Segun Ajibola's son disclosed this in a statement on Sunday in APPLICANT'S. He was buried on Sunday according to Islamic rites. Similarly, Hajiya Rabi Aminu Dantata, the wife of renowned Nigerian business mogul and elder statesman Aminu Dantata, has passed away at a hospital in Jeddah, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The news of her demise was confirmed by her grandson Sanusi Dantata on Saturday on his verified Twitter account. Mama Rabi, as she was popularly known, battled a prolonged illness before passing away in her late 70s. May their souls rest in perfect peace. And now to entertainment news. Let's now join Joy Dada.
Welcome to our entertainment segment. I am Joy Dada. Burna Boy set new record for the most YouTube streams. Jade Osiberu teases her next project after Gangs of Lagos. Nigerian megastar Burna Boy has set a new record for the most YouTube streams in the opening 24 hours of a release by a Nigerian artist. Nigerian Grammy-winning musician Burna Boy paid tribute to Sid Humo Swala after his death, and the artist also appeared on the late artist's posthumous release, Mirona. The music video directed and edited by Navkaran Bra, portrays Sidhu colossal fame and how his fans continue to pay tribute to him. The video also includes a snippet of Canadian rapper Drake wearing a t-shirt with Sidhu portrait printed on it. The song, released on April 7, 2023, has been an instant hit, garnering over 14.9 million views on YouTube within 24 hours with over 2 million likes and 1 million comments. Sidhu Moosewala was a Punjabi artist whose success in Canada and the United Kingdom opened the door for the crossover success of Indian musicians in the mainstream. The rapper, singer, and songwriter was shot and killed in May 2022. Burna Boy was one of the few artists that Sidhu had expressed a desire to collaborate with before his untimely death. Mirana is the result of that collaboration, a testament to Sidhu Moosewala's vision and talent. Jade Osiberu has shared what is on the horizon for her in terms of new films following the release of her latest movie, Gangs of Lagos. The crime thriller is part of her 3 years overall deal with Prime Video to develop and produce original scripted TV series and feature films, a first of its kind in Nigeria. Following the general positive reactions to Gangs of Lagos, audiences are intrigued to see what Osiberu's next move will be. The filmmaker says she has at least 5 projects lined up after her latest release. The writer, director, producer, and founder of Griot Studios teased her plans for feature films online, confirming that she does have a few projects lined up. According to the filmmaker, her next work will span various genres, including rom-com, murder mystery, and supernatural thriller. Thanks for joining me. I am Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV. Back to AUGUSTA for more stories.
And thank you, Joy, for the update. And that is the size of our package today. If you like what we are doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV and MLC TV 2. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placements, or sponsorship, please call or send an SMS to any of our numbers displaying on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. The Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. for The Opinion. It is Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and a better society together. I am Mono Balagogo. Thank you for watching. See you same time tomorrow.